You're welcome back. Time for business now, and Emmanuel Abuajiriafe joins me in the studio now. Emmanuel, I know that one of the major challenges faced by startups or new entrepreneurs is the issue of funding. But there's this new $1 million, funding package coming up for them. Tell us about that.
Sure, it's quite refreshing. But the British Council, together with other partners, are making this initiative. They're putting together $1 million for small and medium-scale startups who want to access the funds to start their businesses.
So what's the criteria for accessing this facility?
Well, it's quite a long criteria, but there are a series of them that you have to go through by a board appointed, and then you qualify for it.
All right, give us the details.
All right, thank you very much, and thanks for joining me on Business. Budding entrepreneurs with startup businesses would soon have a new opportunity to access funding from a $1 million package put together by the British Council and its partners. The partners have initiated processes towards establishing a fund to support the growth of small-scale businesses in the country.
The package, according to the British Council, forms part of its initiative to boost the capacity of entrepreneurs to the benefit of the economy. Speaking at the launch of the Maiden Enterprise Africa Summit here in Accra, Partnership and Business Development Consultant Sydney Tetehushi charged startups to reposition to take advantage of the initiative.
Our mandate is primarily to create opportunities for people and connect people everywhere. And one way we're connecting people in Ghana and the Sub-Saharan Africa region is really around creating sustainable livelihoods for people and creating opportunities for people to create jobs so they can prosper. And so we've been leading programs around providing skills for young people and providing opportunities for enterprise growth and creating a platform for people to speak to each other. And one of such platforms is the Enterprise Africa Summit, which we're holding. It's a Sub-Saharan African summit, bringing together people from 23 countries. We're looking about 300 people to come and dialogue around how we can innovate, how we can grow enterprise and promote trade and investment amongst Africans and also with the UK.
Chief Executive of one of the sponsors, MBC Africa, Tenemba Anna Samake, tells Joy Business the company is ready to provide world-class training to interested startups to enable them to take advantage of the opportunities in the economy.
We're putting two things on the table. Of course, we will have, we'll put some small money in supporting, in making this event happen. And at the same time, we will be organizing 2 days investors conference in the conference. We will be organizing a pitch competition for different agribusinesses from different hubs around Africa, hopefully not only Ghana. And we will showcase them to investors, but real investors, ready to put money on the table.
So this small money, how much are we talking about?
No. Let's not talk about money.
The Maiden Enterprise Africa Summit, slated for the 22nd to the 24th of March this year, is organized by the British Council here in Accra.
Now, as the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta prepares to read the first budget in March, key industry players continue to express their expectations. Government has persistently resolved to create an enabling environment for the private sector to thrive. But business associations, including the Chamber of Commerce and the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, are, despite their optimism, yet to see how these promises will be fulfilled in the 2017 budget. Charles Aite has more.
One major thing the Association of Ghana Industries wants the budget to address is the high cost of doing business in Ghana. Seth Chuma Kwabwa is confident the reduction in corporate taxes and interest rates will go a long way to make the private sector far more competitive.
We want to see indications that will give us confidence that we're going to have serious macroeconomic stability. That is key. Without macroeconomic stability, you cannot plan anything, you cannot predict anything, you cannot expand, you cannot invest. So macroeconomic stability is key. And the budget, when it's read, you could have clear indications as to whether we're going to have a stable economy or not. And that also means that certain key indicators, like the inflation rate, interest rates, exchange rate, and all that, what are we projecting in the course of the year. So we'd like to see some semblance of all these in macroeconomic terms. In addition, I think that government has also made some commitments through its policies and manifesto on the taxes. There have been a lot of discussions which AGI have also tabled, and we believe that some of the taxes will be reviewed so that we will have support for industry.
The Chamber of Commerce shares similar concerns as that of the AGIs. President of the Chamber, Nana Apiaje Dankawusu I, says the Chamber is hopeful government will address the promise of constructing its one district, one factory policy.
We expect that interest rates will come down. So when interest rate comes down, nobody or less people will put their monies in treasury bills. So there will be more other people, placing their monies in businesses and, increase our exports, and the multiplier effect will be quite enormous. We are also expecting that the power and energy will be improved. With that, there will be more, people engaging in their businesses without any interruption.
Ghana's economy, which marginally grew by 4% in 2016, was challenged with grave economic challenges coupled with the erratic supply of electricity.
The German Cooperation for Development, GIZ, in collaboration with the National Development Planning Commission, NDPC, and the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, has launched the Obasima Seal project in Accra. The Seal project, which aims at making consumable Ghanaian-made products competitive on the international market, is expected to enable locally manufactured foods meet the right health standards of consumers. Once again, Charles Aite.
The Obasima Seal was developed in cooperation with the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, and the Ghana Standards Authority to promote healthy eating habits among Ghanaian women. The launch saw stakeholders comment on some ways by which locally made foods could meet global standards. Speaking at the launch, representative of the German ambassador to Ghana, Verena Weiser, stated that Ghana's economy can be made resilient if government invests in the health of its female population.
The program is very dear to me and to German Development Cooperation because it addresses two of our main topics. That is Ghana's youth and Ghana's private sector, and the need to let both live up to their full potential. For children to live up to their full potential, nutrition of their mothers during pregnancy and their own nutrition during their first years is essential. So far, several local companies are involved in the program, and I'm very, very glad to hear that they are already in direct contact for the Obasima Seal. Under the umbrella of the Obasima Seal, all products are marked as quality fortified foods, rich in essential vitamins and minerals for women of reproductive age.
Chief Executive of the AGI, Seth Chuma Kwabwa, said 3 Ghanaian companies who have applied for the sale are currently going through an assessment to determine their qualification.
We are dedicated to advocating policies that promote growth and development of businesses in Ghana. But not only that, we are also very interested in promoting the competitiveness of products made in Ghana, both in Ghana and abroad. But the competitiveness objective cannot be achieved without having good quality products that meet some basic standards. But the big question is, what standards are we talking about? And by whose measure? How do we convince our numerous customers and consumers that the products in question meet the standards that we are claiming to have? One surest way to meet this requirement or to give this assurance to our customers is a certification program such as the Obasima.
Minister for Children, Gender and Social Protection, Otiko Jaba, who was the guest speaker, expressed high hopes, stating the fact that the project will help tackle cases of extreme poverty among Ghanaian households.
It is indeed gratifying to know that affordable, nutritious foods for women is seeking to address this situation. I assure you, of my ministry's unflinching support in whatever way possible to make your project successful. So I'm very happy that we are embarking on this initiative. And indeed, this initiative supports our LEAP 1000 program, which seeks to address malnutrition and stunting amongst children, as well as to reduce maternal death. And so the ministry is guaranteeing that we will work in partnership together with the Ghana Health Service and all the other agencies and corporations to ensure that this initiative really works.
Now moving on, the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana, COPEC, says it expects government to review some petroleum taxes downwards to reduce the current burden on petroleum consumers in the country. Prices of some petroleum products are expected to increase marginally at the pumps in the coming days, and it is expected that lorry fares would also go up. In an interview on Business Live, Executive Secretary of the Chamber, Duncan Amoah, said government must, as a matter of urgency, remove or reduce some taxes to save consumers from the unbearable increase in petrol prices for a long time.
We have three things we are expecting from the Finance Ministry. One of them, whether to redefine the special petroleum tax or reposition the special petroleum tax. Two, whether it will review and reduce the SPT from the 17.5% downwards, or it would fix the SPT at a specific amount instead of the variable tax that it is left to be. And then again, we would also be praying that some other tax variables on fuel pricing will be reviewed downwards. In the absence of any of those, we can assure you that the government will have a very difficult time from all of us in the country. Fuel prices are just unbearable. We need a review of fuel pricing immediately.
And that's all in business for the news tonight. My name is Emmanuel Boajiria. Many thanks for watching. But if you want some more business stories, log on to myjoyonline.com/business. Have a great weekend. Good evening.